All right, so many of you have noticed that this board tends to warp a little bit and kind of curve and stuff. Also, many of you have noticed that the longer that the pieces get, the more chance that they have to start drooping. So part of where you put your shear walls is going to help with that, but I'm going to show you a different technique that I want you guys to integrate into these things that is going to help more than that. If you take these elements and you put a narrow rib along the center of them, okay, that rib is going to act to keep it straighter. So, for example, using this one as an example, does this see this clearly? Yes. Okay, what I want to do is I want to do something that's a little bit shorter than this, right? So I want it to be in from each of the two ends, and I want it to be kind of in the middle because you don't want to see it from the edge. So what I'm going to do is cut. I'm going to cut like a beam that's going to go through it. And I'm going to make it 1/2 inch thick, okay? Which is going to be 8 feet thick. So this is not like to scale. This is just to get your models to kind of like feel correct, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a strip here, and I'm going to make it to where it is 1/2 inch in the middle. Okay, and 1/4 of an inch at the other two ends. So in and of itself, it's going to have a taper also. Okay, so there is my tapering form, 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch in the middle. All right, and as I mentioned, this is not to scale. These pieces should look nice and clean. Do not muck them up. And they need to be shorter than the thing that you're creating. In some cases, you might be better off doing 2 of these, right? If you have a really long piece, doing 2 of these might also be something that could help. So I think for the heck of it, I will cut a second one of these. Are we doing on time there?
3 minutes.
So there is 2 little beams that I have, and if this is my, really kind of long piece that I don't want to kind of start to warp and bend, if I place these in here sort of away from the edge so that they're not visible, okay, they're going to help to strengthen this. Now you are going to have to work around your shear walls and your stairs, right? So you probably have to have all that figured out so you can figure out where to position these. These should not be within 16 feet of an edge. You don't want to be able to see them, so you want to keep them kind of in towards the inside. So I think I'm going to put my 2 right there. When you do this, you want to make sure that your board is flat on the table. You may even want to add some weight to it to make sure that it stays flat. But it's got to be flat down. If you glue it and it's curving, it's going to stay curved. Okay? So it's really crucial that the board be on a dead flat surface and that you weight it down until the glue sets. Once you do that, what you'll find is that these pieces will be far less apt to bend. They're going to be far more rigid. This glue is not holding yet. Right there. Damn, that crap is strong. So these things are going to be far less apt to bend. Okay, they're actually pretty darn. Ooh, I just snapped. The glue's not set yet, so I didn't use enough accelerator. Ah. Oh, I'm having bad luck with this. I might have to start to get new glue. Okay, those two beams are going to keep that level much flatter, and it'll keep it from bending. Okay, compared to having a piece of board that's the same approximate size, it's going to be substantially stronger. So these two boards are about the same length, but if I was to put, this on a surface and put weight on it, it's going to take a lot more than this one will. Okay, this will flex a lot more than that. Okay, so that's going to keep your board straight. Kind of looks like an aircraft carrier, huh? So, any questions? So, 1/4 inch in the middle, a 1/2 inch in the middle, 1/4 inch on the ends. Bring it in so that when it's sitting there, you can't really see it. The only way you can see it is if you look up underneath it. Okay? Any questions about that? So make sure that you integrate that. Remember that this final project is a presentation quality model. So everything that you guys have done so far has been sort of sketch quality, so it's not really presentation. This last piece is a presentation quality model, and you need to be very careful as you're doing it. Okay? Any questions? Don't forget, you got to put the little people down. 15 to 25 little people all over for a sense of scale. Stop the video.